The war had ended. In Ayodhya's royal court, the moment had come when Shri Ram was about to bid farewell to his Vanara heroes. In a voice filled with compassion, Shri Ram said, "My Vanara warriors, your effort, courage, and sacrifice were the greatest foundation of my victory in this righteous war." He told the people of Ayodhya, "Rise and honour them. Without them, I could never have fulfilled my purpose." Gifts of remembrance were presented. They were not mere presents, but Ayodhya's humble acknowledgement of a debt that could never be repaid. Sugriva said, "Lord, by staying with you, we not only learned Dharma, but also understood that facing danger for the good of the world is true bravery." Then Sugriva asked humbly, "Lord, now guide us. What is the greatest foundation for remaining steady on the path of Dharma?" Shri Ram said, "Even if a person forgets all scriptures, he may still be called righteous if he never forgets one principle. Never break the promise you have given." He gave an example. If someone shows a false path to a thirsty, lost traveller, that traveller's very life may fall into danger. Shri Ram said, "Your word can become the basis of someone's life plan, so never give someone hope and then snatch away that support." Then the Lord reminded them of the tradition of Raghu's lineage. Life may be lost, but a promise must never become false. The assembly began to end. The Vanara heroes started preparing to leave. Then Jambavan lovingly looked at Hanuman and said, "Come, it is time to return." Hanuman replied softly, "I cannot go. The Lord has just taught the greatness of a promise. How can I break my own vow?" When asked, "Which vow?" Hanuman said, "I pledged to myself that for my entire life I would remain the servant of Shri Ram, living like his shadow." Jambavan and Sugriva explained, "Hanuman, your place is in Kishkinda, but in Hanuman's heart, that argument no longer held any weight." Hanuman said, "My place was in Kishkinda only as long as my Lord was there. Wherever Shri Ram is, that is where I belong." Mother Sita lovingly said, "Devotion does not depend on one place, Hanuman. Where true feeling exists, there the Lord is near." Hanuman said, "Mother, it is that very feeling that keeps me here. My heart does not wish to separate from Shri Ram and from your holy feet." Jambavan explained, "If hearts are united, distance does not remain. Shri Ram exists in every particle of this earth and in every heart." Then, out of affection, Mother Sita gifted Hanuman a beautiful pearl necklace, a symbol of love, honour and remembrance. But Hanuman was not merely looking at the necklace. He was examining each pearl as if searching for a hidden truth within it. Suddenly, Hanuman broke one pearl open. The whole court was astonished. No one understood why he was destroying such a precious gift. Hanuman calmly said, "Shri Ram is not in this. Then what use is it to me?" He began breaking more pearls one by one. Each time, the same search and the same conclusion. Neither Ram nor Sita was in them. Then Lakshman said, "Hanuman, when we say Shri Ram dwells in the heart, it does not mean his form will appear in every object. This is the language of feeling." Hanuman replied humbly yet firmly, "No, brother Lakshman, in true devotion, what is spoken is not merely symbolic, it is living truth." He said, "If the Lord truly dwells in the heart, then his image must descend there. Devotion is not just words, it is experience." Then a challenge arose in the court. "If that is so, prove it. Will the image of Shri Ram and Sita truly be seen in your heart?" Hanuman said, "If my Lord is not in my heart, then what meaning does this life have? I shall prove my devotion this very moment." Hanuman closed his eyes, every pore of his being filled with the chant of Jai Shri Ram. A deep silence fell upon the court. He was no longer just a Vanara. In that moment, he had become the very flame of devotion, and everyone's breath seemed to stop. In the very next moment, Hanuman fearlessly tore open his chest as though revealing the supreme truth hidden within him to the whole world. And then everyone saw it. Within Hanuman's heart, seated like on a lotus throne, were Shri Ram himself and Mother Sita. Lakshman was stunned. Sugriva, Jambavan, and the entire assembly had tears in their eyes. This devotion had gone beyond all logic. Mother Sita's eyes filled with tears. Shri Ram's heart overflowed with compassion and love. He himself rose from the throne and moved toward Hanuman. The Lord touched Hanuman, covered him with compassion, and lovingly drew him into his embrace. In that moment, it became clear that Hanuman had not torn his chest out of anger or pride, but to prove the purity of his devotion. Sugriva said emotionally, "Hanuman no longer belongs merely to Kishkinda. He belongs completely to Ram." Then Mother Sita granted Hanuman a boon. "Let time change and ages pass, but may you always remain with Shri Ram." Hanuman said, "Mother, this is not just a boon, it is nectar to me. Never being separated from my Lord is the very essence of my existence. This is why the devotional tradition says, Ram lives in every pore of Hanuman's being, and Sita Ram forever dwell in his heart." The message of this story is not that devotion should merely be spoken in words, but that it should become so true that it becomes visible within one's life. Hanuman tore open his chest because Shri Ram was not just an idea for him, he was his life breath, his truth, his entire existence. That is why Shri Ram too did not see Hanuman merely as a servant. He saw him as truly his own. Hanuman's devotion held strength, humility, service, and above all, a surrender in which nothing was left for himself. When a devotee purifies his heart completely, the presence of God becomes visible within it. Hanuman is the highest example of this truth. Perhaps that is why, even today, when someone sincerely calls upon Hanuman, they receive inspiration for courage, service, and unwavering devotion. So the answer is this. Hanuman tore open his chest so that the world would know that only Sita and Ram truly dwelt within his heart. This is the secret of that immortal story, where devotion ceased to be merely a feeling and manifested as visible truth from Hanuman's very heart.